I've always encouraged my wife to stay fit and healthy, and when she expressed interest in getting a personal trainer, I was all for it. I even went the extra mile and paid for private lessons, thinking it would give her the best experience. Little did I know, those lessons were a bit too private. A buddy of mine, who frequents the same gym, let slip something that's been gnawing at me. He mentioned that he'd often see my wife and her trainer disappear into the staff only room, staying there for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Every single time. What's even more suspicious? The routine checks in that gym are infrequent, maybe once every month or two. So what were they doing in there? The weight of suspicion is heavy, and I'm struggling to make sense of it all. After that initial revelation, I couldn't shake off the unease. So I asked my friend to keep a closer eye on them, to see if there was anything more to this story. A few days later, he came back with more unsettling news. He noticed that during their training sessions, the trainer's touches seemed more intimate than professional. It wasn't just a guiding hand or a supportive pat. It was lingering, unnecessary, and far too personal. I needed answers, clarity, something to hold on to. But instead of understanding or an explanation, I was met with denial and defensiveness. She accused me of being paranoid, of not trusting her, of listening to baseless gossip. She turned the tables, making it seem like I was the one in the wrong, gaslighting me at every turn. I want to believe her, but the evidence and my gut feeling tell me otherwise. So, I'm reaching out to you, the community. Has anyone faced something similar? I'm in desperate need of advice. Last update. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for their advice, support, and shared experiences. I decided to stop funding the private lessons with that personal trainer. It was a tough decision, but I felt it was necessary. As expected, this led to a heated argument with my wife. She was upset, defensive, and accused me of being controlling. A few days of cold silence followed, but then she told me that the trainer had offered to continue her sessions for free. That was the last straw. Furious and feeling betrayed, I stormed into the gym, determined to confront the trainer. The moment he saw me, I could see the fear in his eyes. Cornered and with no way out, he confessed. He admitted that their relationship had crossed professional boundaries. It wasn't just training. It was more, much more. The truth was out, but at what cost? I immediately informed the gym owner, who, after hearing the whole story, decided to fire the trainer. As for my wife and me, it was the end of the road. The trust was irrevocably broken. I've decided to move on, focusing on healing and rebuilding my life. Once again, thank you all for being there during this difficult phase. Your support has been invaluable. Wow, what a heart-wrenching tale of trust and betrayal. Can you imagine being in such a situation? How would you have handled the revelation of infidelity from someone so close to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Story 2. My 20 years old male girlfriend, 20 years old female, had a threesome without me, and now won't have one with me. This happened a few days ago. I was at work when I received a text from my girlfriend asking about having a threesome with her coworker, 21 years female, and her coworker's boyfriend, 22 years old male, so long as I got to have a threesome with my girlfriend and her coworker. It seemed like a fair trade to me. The girls get shared between the two guys. So I thought, sure, let's do it. So she goes off to have the threesome with her coworker and coworker F. She comes back home clearly uncomfortable, and she tells me about how the threesome went. It went all right, a bit iffy at first, but they got into it after a bit of drinking. But now she feels like shit, and she refuses to have another threesome. So now I'm stuck. I can't have a threesome with my girlfriend and her coworker, and I'm not going to force guilt her into one. I'm very upset and angry about this, because I'll get thoughts in my head about another dude's dick in her mouth. The whole reason I was okay with the threesome idea was because I'd be able to do the same to the coworker. What do I do here? Do I just suck it up and put it past me? My girlfriend keeps bringing it up and keeps expressing how she regrets it, and how shitty she feels. Any help would be appreciated. Edit. Like how I let this happen over text. It seems posting this was hasty on my part. I apologize. I'm not very familiar with posting on Reddit, as you can see from my profile. I also didn't take much time to read over my own post. It seems like I misled a lot of you, so I'm gonna clear some things up. I have never, would never, and will never goad my girlfriend into another threesome. A threesome with her is off the table. I also do not have a burning desire to have a threesome, despite what I may have led you to believe. My girlfriend and I have both talked about trying threesomes in the past and thought that they would be interesting and exciting. Clearly, that was not the case for her. I'm not going to break up with her. I love this woman and have loved her for the past couple years. I'm not going to let this ruin it. Having this discussion over text was hasty, to say the least. I regret not having the discussion in person. The threesome itself was nothing crazy. My girlfriend described what exactly happened during the entire thing. First of all, everyone was consensual about it and double-checked that everyone was up for it. My girlfriend thought it was just nerves at first, but clearly it was not just her nerves. Second of all, she refused to go any further than oral with the other dude. Never went all the way. And that would have been the case for the coworker if the second threesome worked out. And the other couple complied with that. I have given her all the love and support she needs after it happened. She was clearly distressed about it, and I respected it. I'm not upset or angry with her. I misspoke in the original post. I am disappointed, yes, but I'm not angry with anyone. I didn't phrase my questions properly. So here's what I really wanted to know. Is there any other reasonable option other than sucking it up and dealing with it? My girlfriend has brought up the idea of letting me go off to have a threesome with another couple without her. But we agreed to shelve that idea until we find a better solution. Again, I apologize for my hasty decisions and not taking the time to clearly express my concerns. Wow, that's quite a situation. Do you think communication could have prevented this from going south? Let us know in the comments below how you'd have handled such a situation. Now, on to our next story, where trust is once again put to the test. Have you ever suspected your partner of infidelity? The feeling of betrayal is profound, and the journey through those emotions can be tumultuous. Our next story delves deep into the aftermath of discovering a spouse's indiscretions. Story 3. I have been lurking on this sub for a couple of weeks when I first had suspicions of my wife being unfaithful. I won't get into the details, but I found that she has been sexting a coworker in a different state for a few months and had plans to meet with him on an upcoming business trip. She told me that she wouldn't have gone through with the PA, but I know better than that. A few days after confronting her, and after days of trickle truth, I filed for divorce. Once this happened, she broke down and told me how much she fucked up and wanted to fix things. Then today, she told me that she had canceled her trip and blocked her coworker to show me she's committed to me. I served her the papers amicably, and she continued to say all the right things to make me feel loved and desired. One thing led to another, and we had sex. Well, right after the deed was done, the PNC hit and I was mentally back at square one. Only now, there's confusion and mixed signals. Fellas and ladies, divorce and infidelity bring waves of emotions, as I am finding out. For your own health and sanity, I urge you to think twice before having sex with your cheating spouse, especially if you have decided to divorce or are very early in processing your situation. The choice to engage in sex will just make the inevitable harder on both parties. I wish I was stronger, but I'm only a man. From now on, I'll be doing whatever I need to do with myself to resist temptations like this again. I'm not the best at formatting, or words in general, but I hope this can help somebody who finds themselves in this situation. If you were in his shoes, would you have been able to resist the temptation? Or would emotions have gotten the better of you as well? Let me know in the comments below. If you're enjoying these tales, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Stay tuned for more stories and real-life relationship drama. We'll see you in the next video.